Hello there, welcome to another video of SwiftGet. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can integrate a payment gateway into a native iOS application. So here I'll be using the Razorpay as the payment gateway, and let's do some port installation, some few codes, and then we will just run a code for the sample payment integration as a tutorial purpose. All right, so let's start doing it. Here I'm going to do everything from scratch, so I'm going to search for my Xcode, right? Sorry for that. Let me find my Xcode. I'm going to click here, File, New Project, and here I have my template as iOS application. Click Next. So I'm going to name my project as let me say iOS payment gateway, and my theme is there. Interface will be of storyboard, and the language I would like to prefer Swift. Click Next. I'm going to save it my documents for the iOS projects folder. You can save your Mac wherever you like, and just create this. All right, so easy and simple. Alright, so first is first. So what I'm going to do is let me go to iOS SDK payment build integration stuff over here. So I'll be providing all the links which you required for this in my video description, so you can find it from there. It's about how to initialize the Razorpay using the iOS standard SDK or these things. So if you're looking at the build integration, there are options like you can choose an option to either import as a framework, or else you can do the cockpots, all these things. So I choose to prefer for cockpot installation. So what I'm going to do here is I have here the stuff which is called Razorpay part. I'm going to copy this. Before doing that, let me go to find let me go open a terminal and new window, and what I'm going to do is cd space, and let me find the part of my project which is like iOS projects, and I have here inside my iOS payment gateway. All right, there. Let me close this, enter. Let's be wd. Yes, here it's that. All right, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to part in it. Let's say part in it. If it's having some error, we need to go and check. Let me see. Unknown object. So let me go to my Xcode again. Here the project format, I'm going to change it as Xcode 13, and let me try again. Part in it. Yeah, it's done now. I think so. Let me check. Here, yes, I have here. So I'm just clicking this in the part file. I'm going to here. Let me copy this part razor part, and coming here, and let me paste it over here. Save this, and I'm going back to my terminal, and let's say part install. Yeah, it's done. Alright, so now next is I'm going to open this, forget about this Xcode project from here. Let me close this, and let's take a fresh look from XC workspace. So I'm clicking from there, so you can find here the options. Alright, and the first thing is I'm going to my view controller. So first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to check whether our framework is ready or not. So to do that, let's say payment Razorpay. Yeah, here is there. And next thing is I'm going to put a let Razorpay equal to Razorpay key. Actually, the key which I'm going to generate, I'll be showing that in a while. Forget this. Let be empty string, and next is var Razor pay will be of Razor pay checkout, and let it be like this. It is a war declaration, and then I will do one more declaration. Let me check what's that. It's like a merchant details and all these things. We will come to there after some time. Before that, I have a few more things to do. Here is I'm going to initialize this thing with a ID in my view did load, or else you need to check whether this is payment is valid or no. Before that, let me go to here and let me create an API. So here you can find here this look generate API keys. So log into your dashboard with the appropriate credentials. So if you haven't installed, or if you haven't signed up, you just sign up with your mobile phone number or whatever. Just take the OTP, all these things, and once you're done with that, you can find here you'll be logged into this profile. All right, so what you need to do is you can find your option like you are in the test mode, which is an on. All right, yeah, that's perfect. And then if you come, in order to get the key and all these things, this is the dashboard which is having all the transactions, whatever you did, payment run, refund, all these things. Then go to this account settings where you can find the details like a merchant ID, all these things. You have the merchant ID. If you go to the API key list, you can find here the API, and this is my API key. This is what you need, so just copy this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to my Xcode and paste this. So this is my Razorpay key. If you haven't created this, you can find an option like a generate payment key. So once you click that, you can find, okay, there is an option. I have already created, that's why it's like this. Otherwise you can just create a fresh as new, and once you're done, you can just copy and save it wherever you like, and just take the key ID and use it in your project. All right, so next is what I'm going to do is I'm going to my main.storyboard to find a button over here. Let me buy something else. I'm going to find a button over here, and I'm keeping it in the middle. I'm going to name it as pay 100 rupees. Pay 100. Let it be like this. Let pay 100. And I'm going to give some clever background and everything else. Let it make it simple and easy. The foreground, let it be white. Alright, let it be like this. I'm going to click here. Let me give some constraints. Alright, done. So let me go to the vController Assistant Editor and give an API outlet from here. Get as here pay tapped. Alright, so let's make my vController much bigger. Here's now we have the stuff here. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a function over here which is like a func, and I want to, the function name will be like a Razorpay, open Razorpay pay checkout. Alright, so here we are going to, I'm going to write all the things over here. So if you have the documents over here, you can find the codes from the thing here itself, how we can do the integration, how we can transfer this. This is the initial part, copy all these things, like this is the file which I need here. So I'm just copying this, and I'm going to type paste it over here, which is of Razorpay equal to the Razorpay checkout with the Razorpay key. So I'm just copying this and replacing this. Alright, so this is a Razorpay app delegate self. Would you like to do is a protocol? Yeah, I'll be writing the protocol in a while. This next step is I'm going, this is the form which we are going to use this, so you can just copy this as well, and paste over here and just name the stuff. We don't need the function internal because we need only the internal things. So let me copy this stuff and my bad, paste it over here and just remove this thing. So this is our overall form, what it's going to present. So this gonna be Razorpay. Alright, and then I'm going to go up extension which is for the Razor payment completion protocol. So you can find here like there's a protocol, there's an error which is showing for the protocol. What I'm going to do here is this is things which you need in the playlist. We will check that look later. Now Razorpay payment protocol, there is a data protocol with the data as well. There's an store to fill the database, signature, API, all these things are there. So I'm going to not take all the stuff, I'm just make it as simple as this. And so I'm going to take the Razorpay payment protocol completion and I'm going to paste it over here. So this is not a checkout, this is an V controller. Alright, so let me check. This error have gone. What is here about is, let it be like this, optional. Yeah, and next thing is I'm going to write the present controller extension. Let me find the present alert. It's nothing but it's an alert like a stuff. So I'm going to write it as func present alert, which will be with the title and it kind of string there, and then message which will be of a string again. Now I'm going to do some stuff over here which is for the dispatch queue dot main dot asynchronous let alert controller equal to UI alert controller, and this is going to be the title message, and title will be of the title which I'm going to take from there, and the message is the message which I'm passing it from there, and the style will be of let me say alert. And then let OK action equal to UI alert action, which is the title and all these things is stuff you may know. Right, okay, and the style will be of default. I'm preferring there as default, let it be like that. Then alert controller dot action, I'm going to add an action, just nothing but an OK action. And finally I'm going to present that guy over there. So self.present alert controller animated true completion level. Alright, so that's the stuff over here. Maybe I hope the errors will go. So this is with title. Oh, sorry, title. Yeah, now it should be going. Alright, so this is so far so good. Next thing is I'm going to give an extension struct over here. So let me make some space. Let us like a struct, and this is going to be merchant details. I'm going to write a merchant details which is for the name, logo, all these things. Actually we are going to present the name, we can customize the name, the description, all these things here in the form, right? So this is, I'm going to customize some part. So in order to do that, I'm just giving some struct name, that's a string, and let's say logo logo as a string, and let color of the form as well, it will be of kind UI color. Then let me give some extension which is for the merchant details, and this is for will be as a return type. So let me static func get default detail, and this is of, or else let it be default data, and this is gonna return the merchant detail struct. Details, and here let details, sorry, there's something, let details is equal to merchant details of name, logo, color. What's the name of this project? I'm going to name this as iOS payment gateway, and the logo and the color, let's give the color as blue, and the logo, it's a kind of a URL thing which they are looking for. So what I'm going to go, let me check for online thing and find, just you can search for some URL image kind of stuff. Let me find this. I'm not sure whether going to work. Let me try this as a macro over here. You can just go and search for extension like a PNG or something else, whatever, doesn't matter. Let me try this anyhow, and finally there should be written there, that's what this error shows. So return details, right, the error should be disappearing now. Yes, right. Now I'm going to here, and the open tab, I'm going to write here, this is open Razorpay checkout, and the amount will be 100. Currency you can change whatever, price description, pay 100 money. Now that's okay, you can edit it or just leave it whatever. Order ID, let it be like this. If you want, you can change the image, exactly the image or logo. The image is actually the logo which I'm going to use here. So I'm going to, this is like a JPG, let it be merchant. Before that, I forgot to do one thing, I have to declare the stuff over here. Yeah, so I'm going to declare this is a merchant details, and let it be merchant details is equal to merchant details dot get default data. So I'm going to do from here merchant details dot name logo. Alright, and the amount I have written there. The name of the business, I'm going to write it as now merchant details dot name, and the color same as like a merchant details dot color. Alright, so is there anything I missed? Let me check. File, and the contact number, if you want, you can write whatever like. So I'm giving my number, let it say like this, you won't get that. Alright, the name like simply a@b.com, whatever. Alright, so I think that's it, and if let me check if it works or no. Let me run into my simulator. Alright, let it run. Let me check this. Alright, so here, let me run again. is having the button over here, pay 100. Let me click that and let's see if there is an issue. Oh, there, I got a crash. Invalid JSON write UI cache device RGB color. Alright, I understand. So maybe it's because of I use this merchant color and it should be in the hex color. So what I'm going to do here is let me go some hex color over there. So find this. Okay, I'm giving the same like this. And this order ID and just commented it because if I'm placing an order ID, should be valid. I need to go to the dashboard and add this the order ID as it is. So for time being, let's remove this and just have the color as same as default. Let it be like this. If I want hex color, it will be 336699. Alright, let me run it again and check if that fixed. Here we go. I have this pay 100. Let me check. Here the stuff, but the image for this is not showing. Let me do one thing. Before that, if there is a Razorpay open option, there is a chance of getting crash. In order to avoid that, let me do one thing like I'm going to do here is let me comment this and I'm going to check there if this is having the this is valid or no, which means like the Razorpay integration is ready to go or no. So in order to do that, so I'm taking this self dot Razorpay. It's checking whether this object is valid or no. If it is valid, let it say Razorpay dot open Razorpay. Sorry, if let Razorpay is equal to this and Razorpay dot open and say the option is the same like options, and if it is not, let it be like this and let me say print, and here it's going to be unable to initialize. Alright, so that's it. And let me change the image as well. Let me copy this image and let me paste it inside this for the as the logo of this. Alright, let me run and check what we had done so far. I hope these errors got well fixed by this. So it's a simple like I have the Razorpay with the key and then have the options how to press in the form and have the last part of this like if it is checking whether it is should be enabled or no. If it is okay, then it will initialize, otherwise it won't. And here are the options for the merchant name of this logo, and the color for time being I'm just ignoring because of the crash. Alright, so if you are doing, you can just customize with a color with a hex number, hex or whatever, and then try it again. Okay, is it running? Yeah. So let me click on the pay 100 and here I have the logo corrected now, and I have the iOS payment gateway, the name of the application, the card details, you can enter the card or whatever. let me go to this UPI, net banking, all these things. This is all about this. And if I'm going to the UPI and trying something like Azim, Ireland, at rate, okay, ICICI Bank. I'm just clicking on pay now. All right, let me see. Yeah, it's payment success, and this is the iOS payment gateway sample project. And once it's done, it will be having the pop-up like success, your payment have been succeeded. That's it. Okay, so that's all in this video. So it's very simple and easy, and this is about the Razor payment gateway in the iOS integration. All right, so see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, lads.